Hi guys, Neil at Italia Autos today. Welcome back to another cold day in the unit. We are going to be continuing from where we left off with the 145 in the last episode, back onto the subframe, refitting all the bits and bobs to it. So first job we're going to do is fit the anti-roll bar. Now I need to try and get this bolt through the hole without dropping it. Like that. Instead, I shall just use a magnet instead to make my life one heck of a lot easier. And put these little bolts in first because I don't think it's going to go in too straight otherwise. What have I done with my socket? Here it is. Right, let's tighten those up now, and then we can get the wishbones back on. I can put the anti-roll bar links on as well, just to save me a little bit of hassle later. Leave all the metal and rubbers off. And the other side. Going to leave these bolts a little bit loose so I can still turn the links around to get them in the wishbone. Now if only it was simple to get the subframe off and do the wishbones and anti-roll bars off the car, would be so much easier. Right, let's see if these wishbones are ready to go on yet. No! I've been sent a Punto wishbone instead, or something random. So yeah, a bit annoying, but it happens sometimes. It hasn't happened in a long time actually from this company. But they're all sorting it out. I've been on the phone to them, and they're going to send another one out for me, so that should be here tomorrow. Just so happens that the one that sent me is for a Mark 1 Punto, which I do need for my car over the back there anyway. So I will keep it. I've ordered the other one to go with it, so at least I've got yet more parts of the Punto ready to go. So right, I'm going to crack on with this wishbone now. Wishbone? Yeah, wishbone. Right, we'll tighten those up on the car, so let's get the subframe back up now. Right, all the bolts have been lubricated before they go back in, so we shouldn't have any issues later on in its life if anything's got to come undone again. Right, leave me to get this on now and join me in a minute when it's pretty much all done. So for the last half an hour, as you can tell, I have been grinding away at the floor, well, wire brushing to be honest. It's come up better than I thought. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so let's get underneath it and we'll have a look. The passenger side is the side which is the best. So I've gone all over the main areas No holes have appeared here, and I'm stuck on a brake pipe that I've been partially changing. And it's all okay. All these front parts here are all still intact, so I've not messed with those. But these ones at the back, I've cleaned up. We had some rust around them, but they're still really solid metal. I've removed the brake pipes, I've removed the fuel pipes, and I've started cleaning up underneath here. As you can see, you know, other than a bit of surface crustiness, it's in pretty good condition. The worst side is this side. We've lost a few of the tabs here, so they're going to have to get welded up. That's the biggest hole we've got there. We've got another hole here. We've got a tiny few little specks of holes coming through there. And further down, it's not too bad until we get to that part where we knew we had a problem anyway. So it's not really going to take much welding to get this car back up to a decent standard. But unfortunately, as it's along this side, I've got to strip the front seats out, the rear seats out, pull out half the carpet, take off the side skirt, which I was going to take off anyway, and weld it all up again. So I'm going to crack on doing this floor and get it rust treated today, and then we can start welding on it another day. Right, it's a few weeks later now on the 155. I can't remember where I've last filmed to, so I'm going to start it all again on this little bit here. Subframe is now back on. I've started treating the floor. I have sort of rust protected all the way along the edges, along the back, grinded it all back, and also treated it all on this side as well. Still got to do the welding. I've also done inside the transmission tunnel, but it's not really a transmission tunnel. So now I'm at the point where I want to remove the fuel tank and the rear subframe. I have started doing some of the brake pipes. I've marked these up so I know which ones go where, but all these brake pipes behind here are going to get replaced anyway. So now I've just got to do, what, 3 more bolts on the fuel tank, and that should drop down. I've already disconnected the fuel pump, and the brake lines have been disconnected, so it should be fairly straightforward in dropping down. Right, let's get the forklift in now, finish undoing those 2 bolts and get it off. There we go. I knew I'd have at least one snap bolt. Two out of three ain't bad.
2 out of 3, baby.
Okay, we've just got the main fuel funnel to get off now, and then we're all ready to come down. First look underneath the car, initial thoughts are it's not too bad. It does need a little bit of treatment on there, but that's going to get done anyway while everything's off. It's going to want a new fuel filter because that's looking a bit manky, and everything's sort of restoring and making look like new. So let's crack on with the bolts for the subframe to get that down. Now let's hope that all four of these bolts come off nice and easily. That one has. Not too bad. Oh, I'm worried about this one. Oh no, it's come loose. It just seems to spin very easily. Right, let's get the gun. Right, now the fuel tank and the subframe are out of the way, let's have a look at the rest of the body. A few little areas need some attention. A few up here, but nothing major. There's nothing that's going to create any holes once I grind it back. Again, it's very common for holes all the way along here and along there. So the worst bit probably is the boot floor. It's rather crusty. And under the boot floor here is also a very common place for holes. It looks as though somebody's treated it at some point in its time. The rear subframe isn't actually that bad. I think the Fiat Coupe one I did was worse than this. It's just the bushes on this seem to have deteriorated a bit more. I do wonder how easy those are going to come out of that. As you can see, the brake pipes were literally about to split in more than one area. So let's get this stripped down now so I can go and get it shot blasted. Right, subframe is now all stripped down, but before I can take it to be blasted, I need to get these out. They are pretty much a pain in the backside to get out. I'm going to put plenty of heat around them and then hit them with a hammer and hopefully they will come out. So that's the one part out. Now I've got to get this next part out, which is probably a little bit more tricky. Come in a bit. There we go. Just 3 more to go then. There we go, it's taken about 5 minutes, not long at all. And they have all been removed. I can imagine if you've got an extremely rusty subframe, that they would be quite difficult to remove. But what you can do is get a wire wheel around the edge of them and just clean the end of them up and they should come out with a little bit more heat. But yeah, subframe itself, it's all okay really. It's just surface rust more than anything. Typical of subframes in the UK. So there we go, I've got to get over to the sandblasters now to take the subframe and get that sorted. So we're probably going to leave that episode here now and join me in the next episode and hopefully this has had a nice lick of paint and we can start putting it back together. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the like button and I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.